Hello, my name is Jessica Williams, and I'm the WiSTEM Co-Facilitator at 1871, as well as the founder of Tech Biz Gurl. WiSTEM is a program for women entrepreneurs that are building scalable tech companies. It's 12 weeks of programming, and we're all about connecting them to capital, community, and technology resources in order to take their businesses to the next level. Tech Biz Gurl is a side hustle dedicated to helping women use technology so that they can pursue and learn how to tackle and manage and run their own side hustles. How I got into tech. I got into tech a bit accidentally because when I was growing up, my ideas of careers were very limited. I was thinking I could be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, and maybe one or two other possible career options. And so when I was in high school, I decided to go the doctor route. I had high marks in math, I had high marks in science, and it seemed like a great fit. Well, life had other plans because when I was also in high school, I saw how much my grandma struggled. I was brought up on welfare on the west side of Chicago, and we really struggled. And so, as soon as I was able to get a job and help the household income, I decided to do that. Luckily, I was able to get an internship opportunity at a tech consulting company called SDI. They had a First Chance Initiative program, which was all about helping high school students get their first chance to work in a business setting. That experience was life-changing for me. I didn't know it at the time, but what it did was it exposed me to all these other careers that I didn't know existed, including like business careers. Like there was a marketing job, there was a sales job. And technology it was booming at the time, and I didn't even know where to start with that. And so, even though I was pre-med when I started college, I learned very quickly that it was just not going to be a good option for me. And so, because I worked at a tech company, my advisor suggested I take a computer programming class. I took it, loved it. It was like, okay, this is cool. This is something new. This is something I can really get my hands around. And what was great about that experience is I was able to go to work and see the computer programmers and all these other people and all these other roles. And so being able to work at a tech company while I was going through college, it really just helped me figure out what I wanted to do. And what I ended up doing was information systems because I wanted the blend of both business and technology, and it fit right in line with my personality, some of the things I wanted to do, and some of the career options that I wanted to unfold. And then what was great about that is I was able to take everything I was learning at school and apply it to work. And then, at the end of that, I don't know, 10 years or so, or 5 years or so, I was able to get a full-time job at that company as a network technician. And so just being there exposed me to so many possibilities that I didn't even know existed. As far as what being Black in tech means to me, it's inspiration. It's being a role model. I had the opportunity a couple years ago to attend the Code documentary screening. It was held at 1871, and it's a great documentary, so I highly suggest you see it if you haven't. But at the end of the screening, there was a panel discussion. And, the audience members were able to ask questions, and it was great. What stood out to me during that event is this young lady stood up and she said, and I don't even know if she asked a question, but the part that she said that really spoke to me was, she said, I come to events like these, and I feel like I have to choose what kind of minority I am at that moment. And she said, I had to choose whether I'm a person that's Black in tech or a woman in tech. And I was like, whoa, right? You don't really think about that. And especially as a Black woman in tech, you're a double minority. And a lot of times, there's nothing that really encapsulates you. And I think I felt that way before. And I just never really knew how to put it into words. And this young lady did. And it just struck me as so compelling because I'm just like, she feels alone. And here I am, a Black woman in tech, and I'm not out there. I'm not out there saying, hey, I'm here. This is my story. This is what I did. This is my journey, and sharing that. And it occurred to me that then it's like, it doesn't matter if I don't like public speaking or it scares me to death. It doesn't matter because There are people out there that need to hear my story. There's people out there that need to know that there are possibilities. I didn't have role models growing up, and so it's my responsibility to be one. And so when I think about what Black in Tech means to me, it is inspiration. There is a huge inspiration gap when it comes to diversity in tech, because if people don't see people that look like them in these roles, they're immediately limited and they don't see these possibilities. And I think it's up to us to change that. For the future, for diversity in tech, I think we just need to keep on doing what we're doing. There are a lot of movements around diversity in tech in Chicago, throughout the world. There's a lot of attention being shown on it right now. I think we just need to continue having these conversations. We need to continue talking about why diversity is so important. And not just diversity, but inclusion. It's important to get diverse talent in these companies, but it's also important to make sure that these people feel included, that they feel a part of the team. And I think the more that we talk about it, the more that we have these conversations, the more that we stand up and say, hey, I'm here, the more that we, build this community so that we're not alone. All it is just good things for the rest of us for the future. We will continue inspiring the next generation. We'll lift people up as we climb up. We'll continue impacting society. But I think it's really important for us to continue telling our stories, continue doing things like this and saying, hey, this is how I got into tech. This is who I am. I'm here to help you. And I think the more that we continue doing that, the better things will be. Happy Black History Month.